Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. All right. First and foremost, giving our honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. We are the sons of Thunder Israelites. It's our heart's prayer and desire that all Israel be saved. I'm your brother Judah. You on mute, King?
Khan, brother Jonathan, Shalom Israel, Shalom.
Khan, I'm brother Boaz, Shalom Israel.
All right, you already know what it is, man. Like the video when you enter the building, Baba Gashah. Like the video when you enter the building. All right, we're gonna have a little discussion. All right, unity has been the topic a lot lately. Unity has been the topic a lot lately. And in the spirit of unity, in the spirit of coming together, in the spirit of Zephaniah 2:1. All right, we're gonna have a conversation. The Bishop Nathaniel from IUIC, he had a conversation with Comedy Hype. That's a major platform. That's as far as letting us get on there. You see what I'm saying? CNN and Fox, they're not going to do that. They're going only time they're going to give us a platform is if it's bringing forth a negative connotation to who we are.
That's right.
Right. But these brothers and sisters brought the brother Bishop Nathaniel on and allowed him.
Hey, hold on.
What's up?
Somebody's saying that there's reverb. All right. Somebody's saying that there's reverb in the chat. Y'all put a 7 if the sound is good on your side. Sakura is saying that it's reverbing real bad on his side.
Con. Y'all let me let us know. Let me check these mic settings right here.
Hey, I just checked it on my phone. It sounds good. All right. The 7's rolling in. All right. So that might just be you. But go ahead, Judah.
All praises. So yeah, they allowed the brother to come on, and not only did they allow him to come on, they didn't come with a negative preconceived notion. All right, people are starting to wake up. There's a couple of videos I might bring out tonight, but people are waking up. All right, and they're starting to see that the negative stigma that's been attached to the Israelites is BS. They're starting to see it. So what does this say for us that are on the streets, us that are teaching, us that are regular people wearing fringes? You know what I'm saying? Walking up and down the street, you have to watch how you move.
Mm-hmm.
You got to watch how you move, man. All right. I did a class like maybe a year or two ago. It's called You Are a Representation. You are a representation of this truth. Go back and watch that video. All right. This is way before any of this stuff was coming out or happening. This is way before that stuff was happening. But now we here. So that stuff still rings true to this day. You are a walking representation for this truth. So we can't be out here acting any type of way because Esau and Amalek, they're upset that this is happening. They're upset that this is happening. You see what I'm saying? They're upset that the negative stigma is starting to look like a hoax, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I'm gonna let the brother Johnson shout some people out in the chat, and we're gonna get started shortly.
All right. Hey, Shalom Israel, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham. Okay, all praises. Hey, like the brother said, man, we got to get into it. Hey, y'all be dead on these classes, man. Hit us with the comments and all that, and we're gonna try to make this a lively discussion. All right. Let me start by saying Shalom, Yara all, Soldier Kevon, Joanne Gilchrist, Aisa Thompson, Yaiquab Araya, all right, Soldier Sakor, Trey Lindsay, Soldier Holy, Malak Yawasab, Shalom. We always see you on the classes. Shalom. SOT Soldier Maya Ka'ala, Azanya, Shalom sis, Josiah, Yediah, Chatterick, Sneed, Kaya, Adawan all right, YBY, Hadara, brother Boaz on the call, Natalie, all right, Droughton, The Real Graham, okay, Bro Samak, Sir John Legion, all right, and the list goes on. So if I missed you, Salakia, but shalom to everybody. Hope y'all having a blessed week. We can go ahead and get into it.
All right, Boaz, what's good with you, man?
Not much, I won.
Man, all praise, all praise.
Still tasting this good lamb curry, man. You know what I'm saying?
Brother eating good over here.
This dude over there celebrating Thanksgiving. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
you better
see,
kick this man off
brother
the show.
has some cranberry sauce and all that.
Right, we better kick this brother off the show. This is crazy. Hey, man, con. Y'all brothers, talk to the people for a little bit. I got this one video that I just thought of. I'm gonna bring this out too, so I'm gonna just find this timestamp real fast.
Hey, Salakia, I'm gonna bring out a precept, right? My family member has been sending out mad scriptures about Thanksgiving, and I thought it was funny, but a couple of these is good. I mean, every scripture is good, right? So let's bring them out. The first one I want to get is Psalms 107:1, right? Because look, we got to understand that we are required to give thanks to the Most High God. We don't just pick one day out the year to do it, though.
That's right.
We damn sure not gonna pick the day that our ancestors and our family members were slain at the hand of these so-called white people.
That's right.
So, we gotta let these scriptures come out, but at the same time, we also gotta tell the truth about these wicked holidays, man.
That's right.
All right, and I know y'all seen breakdowns on these, so we ain't really got to touch on that today. But go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 107 and verse 1. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever.
Hey, that's right, man. So we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, because he is good. He gave us the opportunity to come out here. Hey, and even though our enemies waged the all-out war on our ancestors and tried to kill every single one of us, right? The Most High God said this, Malachi chapter 3 and 6. This is what the Most High God said. So although they went to those extreme lengths and they went to those measures to extinguish us as a people, the Most High God did not lift his finger off of his people, man.
It's the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Hey, you see that? The Most High God never going to change. So we not going to be consumed. The nation of Israel will forever be a people. The Levites will come back and be in a rightful position. Shout out to the brother Kaya Bonlawyer, right? One of them Levites is going to be standing up, Most High willing, in them last days, man. Right? So, hey, that's all we want to get into. Con, what you got?
I was going to say, and the purpose of Psalms 107:1 was to say what? To give thanks for Thanksgiving?
Hey, that's what they do, man. That's the madness of this holiday. And this class ain't even about the holiday, but that's the madness of this holiday. Yes.
Hey, can we bring out Isaiah 5:20 then?
Con, let me get it for you. All right.
Because it's like we gonna give thanks to the Most High for Thanksgiving, but what we don't realize, and the Adawan, he did this class 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't giving thanks to the Most High for food. It was giving thanks to the Most High for the genocide they did
that's right.
to the Native Americans.
That is a fact.
Right?
Hey, Matthew, we see you in the chat. We're gonna get to you. All right. Give us a moment. We'll get to you. This is the book of Isaiah, Salakia, chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light. Salakia, go ahead.
So woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Yo, the genocide they did to the Native Americans was an evil thing. But then you gonna turn around, like if you watch the class, you will know they didn't even establish Thanksgiving until later on. That wasn't even an entitlement that was given like off the rip.
Right.
That wasn't until later on. After I think they said it wasn't until Abraham Lincoln came into play. You know what I'm saying? Once they established it a holiday, but it was off the conquering of the genocide of Israelites, our own people.
Hey, that's right.
And we supposed to be thankful for that?
Right.
Come on, man.
That's right. I'm gonna finish it up for you too. That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's exactly going into what you're talking about. Because they make this a sweet and joyful holiday when really we supposed to be bitter and sorrowful. We're supposed to sigh and cry about the abominations done on this day.
Kind.
That's right.
Even
That's
when
right.
and people want to people like to watch them shows because they do them parades and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, she loved that thing because she grew up on it.
Right.
But in my mind, I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, man, I'm just imagining what if Gad gathered together and was like, yo, we about to set this ablaze.
Hey, right.
That's right.
Then
I
it's
mean,
like,
I gotta.
would they be wrong?
America will make them wrong. America will make them wrong, but they wouldn't morally. They wouldn't be wrong.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? America. I watched the video. Right. I wish I could find it real quick. Right. I watched the video. Everybody knows LeVar Ball, right?
Yeah. Lonzo Ball and them father. Yeah.
Yeah. LaMelo and them. And I'm gonna find the video real fast, right? Because I just want to this is what America does. America does all the dirt. And when you clap back, they're wrong. Just like the trick that the Jewish people do by trying to call people anti-Semitic, right? So watch this real quick. Hold on one second. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. And this is what America would do in that situation, right? This is what America would do in that situation. Watch this.
Sold a good amount to me. Like I said, there's different amounts.
How many?
Now he's for context, he got a shoe, the Big Baller brand shoe, and she's trying to, basically scoff him about the sales of his shoe and all that stuff. So he said, I sold a good amount to me, and now she's like, how many? Trying to get him to throw a number out there so she can scoff him some more, right?
Mm-hmm. Stay in your lane. Anyways, I'm just curious. I don't even worry about her over there.
So she's a reporter. Her job is to probe.
She can report to whoever she wants behind her. I'm talking to you, Colin.
Well, what is your problem with me?
Hey, my problem is you are a hater.
Why?
I would never wear.
And see, this is what America asks. What's your problem with me during this day? What's your problem? Right? We gave you reservations. We threw casinos on your land. Right? We put a railroad and a pipeline through your ancient burial grounds.
Right.
But what's your problem with me?
A big baller shirt.
No,
good.
I didn't
Don't
say
even
that.
talk to me. But I heard you say I'm not even worried about
I said that I wouldn't wear something that
it says big baller. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Here she goes. As a woman, watch. Here she goes. As a woman, this is America.
With all due respect, you're a great reporter, just not reporting on me. And going back to Whitlock, I don't think he can comment on anything but snacks.
Now,
wow.
That's a little harsh.
It's going to be harsh because he want to be harsh
so
on
you
me.
disrespect
Guess what?
women and people for their.
See, so you disrespect women. See, right? Just like when we are pro-Israel, right? They automatically go that we're a hate group. We don't even have to say that we hate anybody, right? But when we're pro-Israel, we're a hate group, right? And here she goes. What's up, bro?
Didn't he just say you're a great reporter?
He did, but she didn't hear that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's what you say. I didn't say nothing about no.
No,
weight.
you just said that to me.
Like I told her, I'm not even worried about you right now. Keep in your lane.
Can you look
like
me in the eye?
She can say what she wants. She's trying to put it. I never disrespect women, but I tell you what,
did on the show today.
If you act like that, guess what? Something's coming to you.
Oh,
and it's okay.
Do you think?
Are you threatening me?
Oh, see, we can talk about coming together. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about coming together. All of it. Are you threatening me? See, this is what America does, right? The same thing that they would do, and I'm gonna end on with that. That's the same thing they would do if the Indians was to do a protest or anything like that. You see what happened when HOI was out there in DC?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
You feel what I'm saying? You see what happened, right? So that's what they'll do, right? But I gotta before we get into it, let's get a couple words of encouragement for the brother, because he said they're scoffing him every time he leaves the room. I'm guessing because it's so-called Thanksgiving, they're giving him a hard time, right? I got a precept I want to bring out.
Yeah, I got one right after you.
Okay, calm. Boaz, get Galatians 6 and 7. Because they're basically mocking the brother for keeping the laws of God, right? And we're going to read through 9. Watch what happens.
Salakia. It's the book of Galatians, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Be not deceived. God is not mocked.
Mm-hmm.
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
So you shouldn't even be upset. God cannot be mocked. You're doing the word of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing thus saith the Most High God.
Mm-hmm.
You're not partaking in these wicked. You're not envying your oppressor and choosing his ways. Right? So, hey, God cannot be mocked. And whatever a man sow, he shall also reap.
That's right.
Right? If we go to Proverbs 1, he said, I will laugh at your calamity. So they might be laughing at you right now. But because they didn't want to respect what you have going on, and you probably tried to tell them and they didn't want to hearken. Hey, the Most High said he gonna mock them in that day. Most High willing they wake up before that time.
Hey,
right?
that's right.
But you shouldn't even feel bad, brother. Keep going.
Kind. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
Hey, guess what? They're sowing to their flesh right now, man. Knowing that this holiday is the celebration of the genocide of millions and millions of people, right? We already talked about the Buffalo Massacre of 1873, right? And where they said every buffalo killed is an Indian gone, because that was their food source. That was their source of clothing.
Right.
Right? That buffalo wasn't just for food. They clothed themselves with that buffalo. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was like 75% of their culture, man.
You see what I'm saying? So that was murder. That was an act of terrorism and war right there in itself.
Right.
Right? So, hey, the people who sold to his flesh shall reap corruption to the flesh. Keep going.
Kind. But he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting.
And that's what you're doing by keeping the words of the Most High God, right?
That's right.
That's what you're doing. So you shouldn't be weary in well doing. We're gonna read that. Go ahead.
Kind. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
Hey, don't be weary in well doing. Right? Don't be weary in well doing, right? Because in due season you're gonna reap. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit is gonna reap if you faint not. So don't get upset and try to go along to get along.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? We're not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I want to. That's it. I'm gonna stop there. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Yeah, Con. Hey, get Acts 7 and 52, and I'm gonna get Matthew chapter 5 and 10, right?
I'll get Matthew 5 and 10.
Okay, Con. And I just want to say you in good company, right? You in good company when the world is laughing and scoffing at you for doing the work what the Most High God told you to do.
That's right.
You're in good company because Yahushua had to go through that. Stephen had to go through that. Name somebody, they had to go through it. All right, go ahead. Read Acts first. All right.
Kind. It's the book of Acts, chapter 7 and verse 52. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And they have slain them which shewed before of the coming of the just one.
Hey, and that's the cut right there, right? They even took it further. Not only did they scoff Christ, but they killed him. And you know what? We just got to make our mind up. You know what? No matter how crazy it get, because hey, Most High willing, he spare us and he allowed us walk to continue to be fruitful and in the same spirit that we've been going out, we able to do that safely. But we do know that a day could possibly come where they start turning them swords and them guns on us, man. Right? They just had another mass shooting out in Colorado Springs. So whenever the Lord says the time is now, they can bring that same affliction to us. But we have to be willing to continue to push this word through that. All right. That's a tough challenge, and we pray that we don't see that, but it's possible. All right. Let's get Matthew 5 and 10.
Con, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Hey, and that's a good blessing right there. Right? So we can't Hey, that's right. And I used to live in Virginia Beach, right? I used to be out in Norfolk, all that. But like you said, Chesapeake, they just had a shooting at the Walmart in Chesapeake. So hey, it's around the corner, man. Right? But I'm gonna go ahead and yield right there. I just wanted to make that point that Christ said, "Blessed are those, and theirs is the kingdom of heaven." So you walk in that and be proud. All
That's
right.
right.
I got one precept out of Wanya.
Con,
Bring
I
it
got
out.
Matthew 24 and 13.
Con, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13.
You got to keep this in the back of your mind as well when you're going through these hardships and adversities when you're coming into this truth.
Mm-hmm.
Go
But
ahead, read
he
that.
that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah, so you got to endure these hardships that you're going to go through in these different adversities because of where your mind is at now. Because now you are awake to what the truth is. So everybody going to look at you like you crazy. My people look at me like I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I got to hold fast to this because at the end of the day, he told me if I endure unto the end, then I will be saved.
That's right.
You know, and Most High will, and like the Adonai said, hopefully they wake up too when that time comes, before it comes. But I yield.
Hey, Salakia, real quick before we move on. I just want to show you this real quick. Pull up Ezekiel chapter 4 real quick. Right? And just to give y'all an example, Ezekiel chapter 4. Tell me when you get there. And then start at verse 4.
Kind, it's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 4.
Hey, matter of fact, read verse 1, then jump down to 4.
Kind of one. Verse 1. Thou also, son of man, take thee a towel and lay it before thee, and portray upon it the city, even Jerusalem.
Okay. And jump down to verse 4.
Verse 4. Lie thou also upon thy left side, and lay the iniquity of the house of Israel upon it, according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon it, thou shalt bear their iniquity.
And without going into a full breakdown of this, y'all need to read this chapter. The Most High got Ezekiel doing strange things in the sight of the people. Right? The Most High God asked you to do strange things in the sight of the people. He told Moses what? Take this staff, throw it on the ground, it's going to turn into a serpent. That's a strange thing. Right? So the Most High God going to ask you to do some things that normal people is not trying to do. Right? He's going to ask you to put fringes on the bottom of your clothes. They never even seen fringes before. Right? So I just want to bring that out and let you know that you can be firm in understanding that the wisdom of the world is foolishness with God. All right?
I'm gonna bring out this precept this brother put up because it's just very fitting. The brother Ariel put up Proverbs 14:9, right? And it says, "Fools make a mock at sin." So, you know, we ain't supposed to eat pork, and I had people do it. You make you want to slap them, right? It makes you want to slap the taste out of their mouth, right? Because pork is bad. Well, I'm gonna eat, and they just smacking and eating, and that's disrespectful. Because they wouldn't dare do that to a Muslim. They wouldn't dare do it, right? But that shows you that ain't the Islam ain't the way. Because nobody's mocking at Islam. Everybody takes Islam serious. Nobody's really mocking at Christianity. Everybody pretty much takes Christianity serious. Nobody's mocking at Judaism. We the only ones mocking these people for circumcising a child and then doing crazy acts on that child. And saying that that's something that, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's right.
Nobody's mocking that. Nobody's mocking Buddhism. Nobody's mocking atheism. Guess what? Nobody's mocking Satanism. Nobody's doing it. But they mocking the Israelites. Ain't that funny?
Hey, they got a TV show on Netflix now. They got a TV show, cartoon that just came out on Netflix. It's maybe it's on Netflix or Disney, one of the two. And it's a Satanism cartoon.
That is crazy. See?
Yeah.
See? Right? The Hindus believe in a woman with 15 arms, a blue woman with 15 arms with the face of an elephant.
Right.
Nobody's laughing at that. Right?
Yo, I'm laughing.
I'm laughing right now. That's right. That's a fact.
Nobody's mocking that.
Right.
But guess what? You tell people that you're the chosen people of the Most High God, and I'm gonna stop being a nigga and keep the commandments of God. I'm gonna stop smoking weed. I'm gonna stop being a whoremonger. I'm gonna stop being a whore in the streets. I'm not gonna show my body off no more. I'm gonna be modest now. I'm gonna study the Bible instead of doing niggas all day. Oh, now they can laugh.
Yeah, you done lost them right there. That's
Which
right.
one makes more sense? Because to you, you're supposed to be that detrimental piece to your society. So when you decide to turn a new leaf and keep the commandments of God, you can no longer be a detriment to your society. The only thing you can be is an aid to your society. That's the only thing you can be, right? I know gangbangers who are now in the truth, right? My grandmother, she and my family members, they deal with another congregation, right? And she was like, yeah, there's this guy. He's from where you from. And you know what I'm saying? Do you know him? I not spit out the name because I knew there's only 2 of us. No, it's like 4 of us from my city. 5. That's how it's crazy. I know these guys. It's only like 5 people from my city that's in the truth. So I knew what she was talking about instantly. She was like, yeah, bro used to be out here, walking up the street with daggone AKs. You know what I'm saying? In high school. So, but now he's woken up and he's no longer a detriment to society no more. He ain't gangbanging no more. He ain't going on the other side of town trying to find problems. He ain't doing that no more. And that's when you become the joke. Ain't that funny?
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Go ahead, King.
No, my fault, not to cut you, but that's because, and I just wanted to say this. That's because when we are detriment to our society, we are a benefactor to Esau's society.
That's right. I'm having so-called deja vu because I had this conversation not too long ago. It was around the summit that we had when we held the summit in Atlanta. We had the same conversation. I don't know who I was talking to, but it's the same conversation. We are a productive member of Edomitic society when we are a negative member of our society.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Right. America should be pleased with the Israelites. Because guess what? As long as you're alive and you being a nigga, you helping them out.
That's right.
But they still kill you. Ain't that crazy? Right? But that's enough of that, man. But yeah, brother, definitely, you know what I'm saying? Stay on course. You should be laughing at them to be real. So you should be like, nigga, you stupid. You're over there eating chitlins right now. You are eating doo-doo.
Booty noodles, man.
Booty noodles.
I'm glad you said that. I was about to say something else. You feel what I'm saying? You are eating booty flavored ramen noodles.
That ain't even ramen noodles, man.
That's ramen doodles. Right?
Ramen noodles.
Right? So you should be laughing at them. Because they not awake. They don't know who they are, but they still walking around not knowing who they are. It's funny. You feel what I'm saying? And there you go, laugh at them people, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, don't even, seriously, in all seriousness, no. You know, stay humble with it. You know, stay meek. And most High willing, one day they'll ask you why you do the things that you do. And then that'll be the time for you to enlighten. All right? So we're going to get into it, man. All right, we're going to get into it once again in the spirit of Boo-Boo Fettuccine. You're right. In the spirit of unity, man, the spirit of support, and the spirit of, you know, wanting the word of the Most High God to come forth, whether it's through us or somebody else, we're going to share this. Once again, the Bishop Nathaniel from IUIC did an interview with Comedy Hype. Like I said, there's a blackout on Israelites in the media unless it's in a negative light. That's the only time the Israelites get any type of media play. So once again, when they think they're going to come up to you and try to spin something in a negative light, you have to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, and make sure you and everybody else around you is on point. Because people are starting to wake up that all this stuff is BS, right? So Comedy Hype has 775,000 subscribers on YouTube. This video has 161,000 views, right? So the word is coming forth, man. The word is coming forth. I think this was done. It was only put up 22 hours ago. IUIC doesn't get that many views in 22 hours. And you know, when they put up a video, they got 2,000-3,000 people on the live.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They got 2,000-3,000 people on the live, and they ain't getting 161,000 views. So regardless of who the mouthpiece is, we have to give thanks to the Most High God that the word is coming forth, man.
That's right.
All right. So we're gonna talk about it a little bit. The brother was interviewed by Comedy Hype. Peep how he answers the questions. Take notes on how he answers the questions, because we're taught here at Sons of Thunder Israelites to always let the Bible speak, and that's what he does here. So can nobody come against what you are saying, because you're speaking with the words of God, right? So with that, I'm gonna let this play a little bit.
United in Christ has been associated with the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. And according to the Jewish Telegraphic Agency, the Southern Poverty Law Center has designated as a hate group, something that we hope to clear up today. Today we have our Comedy Hype analyst, Pierre, calling to the show, along with very special guest, Kiana Dancy, as well as the founder of the Israel United in Christ, Bishop Nathaniel. But before we dive into today's conversation, let's take a look at this clip.
Hey, Kyrie, there's a group of about 100 people outside wearing the shirt of a group called Israel United in Christ.
And I want y'all to notice what the devil tried to do. That made me so mad when they did this, yo. The devil got to be the daggone devil, man. Watch what he just came back and played his first game, right?
That's right.
He just came back. And after he played his first game back, this is what he's asking.
A group labeled as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. They were outside in support of you and handing out anti-Semitic literature on the plaza, people walking by.
I think that's a conversation for another day. Just here.
Now, they were handing out anti-Semitic literature. If you ever look at one of the flyers that them brothers bring out or hand out, there is a black image of Christ, showing the true image of Christ. It says that the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and we're the real Jews. And it gives precepts.
Shalakia.
And it gives how to get in contact with the brothers through their various social media platforms.
That's right.
And the phone numbers of the contact of the captain that you can call. I've seen them.
That's right.
I have close homeboys in IUIC. But they're handing out anti-Semitic literature. You see how the devil tries. This is Psalms 83 right in front of our face, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead, Boaz.
I just wanted to bring out this precept real quick to your point, Adawan. And Micah 2:1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." Like they plot this out. They was planning this. They couldn't wait for him to come back and something happened so they can go ahead and slander him all over again, and drag him through the dirt for real. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So they're able to do this thing because they got the power to do so. It's just like that video when we did the last class, and it was talking about the Jewish people using anti-Semitic, talking about how it's a hoax. Like they use it for their own manipulation in the system. Like, okay, if y'all gonna do this, if they do it over here in Europe, we gonna talk about the Holocaust. If y'all do it over here in Americas, guess what? We gonna whip out anti-Semitic on y'all.
Hey,
because
that's right.
We got power with the social platforms like the media, the music, and everything so forth. We could use this against you.
Correct.
And we giving you money anyway, and we got the banks anyway. We gonna take your money. We gonna make you pay us money and all kind of other stuff, man, and drag you through the mud.
That's right. Hey, and Salakia, later on in the class, we'll go into the Southern Poverty Law Center just a little bit. But I just want to say this, right? All they have to do is label your entire group as anti-Semitic, and now everything you hand out is anti-Semitic.
And everything you say is anti-Semitic.
And everything you say is anti. So now, if I go into a church and I don't provide no context, and I just say I need y'all to read Revelation 2:9, somebody gonna stand up and say, that's a black Hebrew Israelite talking point. Instead of saying, this is the Bible, I'm gonna read it.
Right.
Right.
That's how they get away.
Right. Hey, man, that's right. That's right. So you see how the brother Kyrie answered. He said, that's a discussion for another day.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, he's been throwing little things out there. There was a picture of him that a brother, I forgot the brother's name, but he shared it, and he's walking with a staff now. This is Kyrie. He went to go get something to eat. He's walking with a staff, and he has a chain on. That if you look closely, it looks like the shield.
Hey, and I don't want to be long with it, Adawan, but real quick, for a lot of brothers and sisters, when somebody wake up, like I understand brothers need to put on the fringes and everything like that, but at the same time, they making a step, man. Don't force them or put pressure up under them to make them be like, yo, I'm gonna step away from this thing.
Right.
You know, like, of course, you know, the man's going as of the Lord. And if that happens, then, you know, it's like truth wasn't in him. But at the same time, like, it's like a flower, man. You ain't going to try and force that thing up out of the ground. You can't. You're going to tear it out the ground.
Right.
You got to properly handle it. You got to water it. You got to let it get sun. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we got to be better and be more patient with our brothers and sisters that wake up into this truth, and they moving gradually, trying to take the right steps.
This brother is a multi-millionaire. I'm gonna bring up the picture real quick. This brother is a multi-millionaire who's trying to maneuver and Bishop Nathaniel's gonna talk about how, like, when you have that type of money, it doesn't come with freedom, it comes with handcuffs.
Hey, that's right.
That's facts.
It comes with shackles, right? And so you are and Boaz, I think you probably talking about the same thing I'm talking about with that brother in the comments of the brother who shared the picture. And the F Kyrie, he ain't in the truth. He ain't. It's like, bro, what? Where he talking some? Where's his sword? Where's his friend? Like, bro, are you serious? So you walk around with your Bible and your cargo pants all day, brother? I'm never gonna catch you without it. And I know brothers who do that. Like, I know brothers who keep it in their bag. You never gonna catch them without it. But you was really doing that in the beginning when you first came into the truth? Seriously? Like, come on, man. Right? I'm gonna pull this picture up real quick. I'm gonna send it to myself real fast.
Fringes,
right?
With the fringes and tassels out at the job so everybody can see.
Come on, man.
I ain't gonna front. I ain't do that at first. I ain't even gonna lie. I had fringe shirts, they be tucked in, but now I got tassels. I just let it be and I pay it like, no, never mind. Like, if don't nobody say nothing to me about it, I ain't gonna say nothing to them about it. But if they ask me, I tell them, like, you know, it's to remind me to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Simple as that.
That's right. You ain't even gotta go into detail with them like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. You know, that's a part of being wise as a serpent and as harmless as a dove. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not wise to open up, and so we got to extend that same grace to a Kyrie Irving, to a Kanye West. We get mad when we don't see them with fringes on, but it's like you got to think about the type of situation they in. You know, so
I'm trying to zoom it in, but it really ain't letting me. But if you can see, he's walking with a staff. That ain't really nothing. You know, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just a coincidence that Israelites do this, but right. And then you see this right here. Now I don't want to say it is the shield. He said it's a Gadite in Gadite form. It's a Dakota Sui. I think that's how you name it. Art, whatever. I know the X would be silent. Right? The seal, right? That's kind of funny. And then what's funny is this brother claims to be he doesn't say I'm from the tribe of Gad, but he did an interview after a game saying, hey, y'all enjoy your holiday. It's not a holiday for me, but y'all enjoy that. And when he was asked about it, he was like, yo, I'm Native American. So it will only it's fitting that he's wearing that in Gadite form.
All praises.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High, man.
That's right. Hold on real quick before you jump into that. I just want to address two things. She said she hadn't been able to get any tassels. Hey, yo, you can get the fringes that actually sew on the bottom of your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Salakia. I got some right here. And you can get some tassels. Hold on. Right. So you can obviously you can do it like this here. Or you can get some actual tassels. And my kids do that on the Sabbath sometimes. Or like my rib, she'll do it while she at camp. But you could just make tassels out of like yarn. You just need to have a ribbon of blue. And we translate that as a cord of blue or a string of blue, right? So you get that in there too. Like it's not nothing that you necessarily have to spend a whole bunch of money on. All right. So don't feel
Slacky, I'm gonna throw this in the chat for the sister too. There's a brother and a sister who do fringe shirts and they got dresses. 12 Lilies LLC on Instagram.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm gonna drop that in the chat. And you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and check them out. Definitely check them out. They definitely got some good apparel and they'll hook you up.
Hey, yo, Sue. Okay, Salaki. It's Sue, not Sweet. Right.
Yeah, I never know how to say that neither.
Yeah, I won't never go get that right. Hey, V Weber, I don't know what you were saying in the chat, but if you can put it in one thing and so it don't be a whole bunch of messages in the chat, we'll appreciate it. All right, because All right.
I couldn't figure out what he was saying either. In Troy,
I don't know if he's saying nothing derogatory or not, so I'm not even gonna go there. Let's answer this question from Troy Craftman. Let's get Numbers 15:38 and then Deuteronomy 22:12 just to answer that question.
Just the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. It reads, "Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations."
So as long as you're procreating, you're supposed to be wearing fringes on the border of your garment. All right, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So you can break a commandment at any time, right? So that means at all times you should be wearing fringes. Now, look, everybody don't got fringes on all of their clothes, so sometimes they might leave the house without. Hey, listen, throughout time, keep building. You know what I'm saying? Your arsenal or your you use it for clothes. What's the word for clothing? Your
apparel.
Your apparel, or well, yeah, there was another word I was looking for, but that'll work, right? You know what I'm saying? And
garments.
It was another word, but it's a fashion word. Your collection of clothes. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, yeah. So, but you should be wearing that at all times. Just get that Deuteronomy 22:12.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 12. Thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four corners of thy vesture, wherewith thou cover thyself.
So, right? Corners of your vesture, that could be for the tassels.
Mm-hmm.
Wardrobe. Thank you. Golly, I'm over here Googling it because it made me so mad. Yeah, man. Update your wardrobe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that could go for the tassels, the four corners of your vesture. You know what I'm saying? You'll see people have two in the front, two in the back. All right. We're gonna answer this question and we're gonna get back to the video. You want to answer that, Jonathan?
Yeah, a Salakia. So let's go to Exodus 20 right quick.
Okay.
And we go into this every once in a while, but we want to just be practical, Israel. Because we can take these commandments to a certain level. So we're gonna be practical. But go ahead.
Start at verse 8.
Yeah, go ahead. Verse 8, my fault.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Salakia. Let's say that you putting fringes on a garment because you just enjoy doing that and it's relaxing. Now, we're not talking about you owning a business, right? It's not servile work. Thank you, Tabernacle of David. Servile work has to deal with doing something according to your profession, right? Or doing something according to getting paid, or doing something according to servitude, right? Or laborious work. This is how we kind of look at it.
Right.
So it's a lot of things. If you go into the so-called Jewish man's documents, he'll tell you can't turn the light switch on, you can't use a cell phone on the Sabbath, right? But we don't see that in the text. And so my next precept I want to get is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 16. I'm gonna show you something, and we're gonna get back to the lesson. 7 and 16.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 16. It says, "Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise."
And what will happen? What will happen if you make yourself over wise, or if you're too righteous? Read the rest of that verse out.
Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
You see that? If you try to go above and beyond what the requirements are, you know, it's understandable because you're trying to make sure that you cross all the T's and dot all the I's, but at the same time you could be destroying yourself. Oh, I can't turn this light switch on, so you know I can't keep my family warm in the wintertime because we're not supposed to kindle a fire, right? You're destroying yourself, man. You're destroying your household by doing that. So let's just use wisdom. If you putting fringes on a garment and it's relaxing, and you're not doing nothing servile, and you just kind of relaxing, sitting around, the life we live now is different than the life they lived in. And that's kind of how we look at it. All right.
King. All right, so let's get back into it. Hopefully, y'all were edified by those questions, and you know the scriptures are for comfort. So hopefully that brought you a little bit of comfort too. Because when I learned that, it definitely brought me a little bit of comfort. So let's get back into it.
Here to focus on the game.
Kyrie, but you've said this whole time that you didn't know what kind of what kind of voice you had.
This gospel is ready. You cannot contain the truth of the Bible.
If these are the people that are out here in your name, do you feel like that's a consequence of what you've done?
Again, I'm just here to focus on the game.
Now, I'm glad. See, Comedy Hype was so fair in how they did this.
Yeah, I liked how they did that.
You see how they just did that? They're trying to say to Kyrie that these people are doing this, but there's always footage. Record everything. Record everything. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So IUIC didn't even have to come out with the clip. Comedy Hype did it. Right? And most are willing, the brothers and sisters at Comedy Hype don't catch any type of backlash for the truth. Because Jason Whitlock actually went in on these people, these puppets. And we're gonna get that in a minute, but just peep that, man. He tried to dig in some more, but they're here on the behalf of you. Did he call them? Did he call Bishop Nathaniel and say, yo, bring 1,000 men down here to the game?
Nah.
So what does that have to do with me?
Hey, that's right. They have headlines. Hey, they have headlines saying Kyrie's army shows up to the Barclays Center. It's like, it's Kyrie army now. You see what I'm saying? You see how slick they try to be? Because they want to associate him with IUIC because they've already got IUIC associated with a hate group.
Right. And they was outside chanting that they left the world to join the Lord's army. Hey, it didn't say Kyrie's army. Come on, man.
That's right.
Now, first, I want to start off. Thank you so much for joining us today, Bishop Nathaniel. I think this is a conversation that's needed. So let's just start from the top here. So in the clip that we saw, we saw a group, specifically the Israel United in Christ group, marching and chanting in support of Kyrie Irving. So I'd like to know, were you actually there at the march, and what was your involvement in that?
I was there at the march. We were there standing for the word of the Most High. Kyrie Irving, we've never met him. He's not a part of us. However, he has the right to examine and explore his roots. And this is what we teach, that Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians in this country are indeed part of the 12 tribes of Israel, recorded in the Holy Bible. So he has the right to say he's Semitic. He is Semitic. We are a Semitic people. It's disingenuous to say that he doesn't have the right to explore his roots, to examine or even state that he's Semitic.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask, in this, also in that same clip, we hear different reporters, and I think it was about 3 different reporters that continue to ask him about, you all supporting him. And of course, he will respond in the way that we've seen in the clip. What's your reaction to that, or your thoughts on the way that Kyrie responded when asking about you all in, supporting him?
I think he responded correctly. They seek to destroy Black men and Black women that stand up for any type of solidarity. That's their goal. Just like J. Edgar Hoover said, the worst thing to the United States of America is Negro unity.
Now, we just talked about this. We just talked about this. If you stand up, right? If Lil Durk, right? Because he's wilding, right? But if Durk right now said, you know what, I'm not about to rap about, because he brags on his ops dying all the time. I just seen a video. It was his birthday. They asked him what did he wish for after he blew out the candles. He was like, it already came true. He's gone. Rapping about, mocking the death of one of his so-called ops, which is a brother of the same struggle of his, right?
That's right.
If he turned around today, shalom to the brother Kasaja in the chat. Shalom, King.
Shalom, Mark.
Right? If today he decided to be like, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not rapping about this no more. I'm not promoting this no more. Guess what? His time being a multi-millionaire music mogul is done. You see what I'm saying? His time is finished, because anybody who tries to step up and rise up for any type of unity is deemed as public enemy number 1, right?
Anytime Black men and Black women come together, even talking about family unity, it's called hate speech. It's anti-Semitic. And any star that stands with us, their job is to destroy them from within and without. That's their job. And another thing, when you read Psalms 94:16, God asked a question. He says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? This is why in the music industry, they push recently sodomy. What's that rap Glorilla did? Bouncing at the abortion clinic. They push murder, debauchery in the Black community, and they get paid lovely. But our people, we talk for righteousness, good qualities, family unity. Oh, hate speech. No, that's not right. That's what they do. That's their job.
Now, let me ask this question, because also not only just the reporter, but of course we see reports, and as I mentioned earlier, it's been labeled, Israel United in Christ has been labeled as a hate group. How do you respond to that? Do you think it's the language, that people see online from different people that are considered to be in the Israel United in Christ? Do you think that contributes to it, or why do you think, people look at you as a hate group?
Their agenda is to destroy the Black community. Just like J. Edgar Hoover, like I said, he made a famous statement. The worst thing to the United States of America is Negro unity. When you read John 13:34, Christ said, a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that you also love one another. When that's taught throughout the Black community, again, it's called hate speech. They even put out lies that we murdered people in New Jersey. That's all slanderous. And guess what? Many people believe that. Oh, they murdered people. I would have been in jail if I murdered somebody in New Jersey. Are you kidding me?
Hey, Salakia. Hey, right there, right? I want to jump on this point, because remember when they came out and they was like, they had Vocab Malone do that video, remember? And he was like, this is typical Israelite garments. And he was like identifying that this dude was an Israelite. He had a manifesto and all that. If they would have found out that we was behind that, it would have been game over.
Yeah.
They couldn't pin it to the Israelites. So what they had to do was they had to sweep it under the rug. But when did the apology come back full circle?
Right.
When did the defamation of character to the Israelite community come back full circle, and they say, you know what, it wasn't Israelites?
Where was the Anti-Defamation League?
Right. Where's the Anti-Defamation League on a situation like that? And that's right, man. The elder is very skilled. He knows how to answer these questions. He's been doing this for a long time. But
Right.
You know, it's just crazy to me how they was able to get away with putting that on our community. And then when they found out it wasn't so, or they found out he wasn't connected to nobody's group that nobody knows about, nobody came back and cleared that up.
And watch this. Hey, and do what the warrior Michael Allah said, man. Get these likes up, man. What's up with y'all? Y'all act like it costs y'all money to like the video. Israel got the spirit on them to where, like, yo, I'm giving this nigga props if I like his video. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might start me at YouTube one day. Like, yo, come on. Like the video. Come on.
Salakia. Hey, can I get a precept real quick?
Go ahead, King.
In the book of Sirach 33 and 4, speaking on the brother Bishop Nathaniel, because I mean, like brothers know he done study with the elders, you know what I'm saying? He done got his knowledge and everything like that, and he's doing what we're learned to do from 1 Peter 4 and 11, where if any man speaks, speaking the oracles of God.
That's right.
But read this out of wine if you got it.
Khan, you said 33 and 4, right?
Khan out of wine.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 4. Prepare what to say.
Right.
And so thou shalt be heard.
See, he prepared his speech and what to say, so he knows how to be able to present it. And he ain't coming in no kind of way where it's like it's going to cause any type of discord, or he's coming off disrespectfully or anything like that, right? He's speaking firm and strong, and he's getting to the point. He ain't being long-winded or anything like that.
That's right.
Is there more on that?
Yeah. And bind up instruction and then make answer.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So he bounded up instruction just like we do when we come into the truth and we go studying, watching videos. We bind up instruction, and then when it's time to, we give an answer.
That's right. That's right. That's good right there. That's good.
I yield.
All right, Con. That's good, man. All right.
Hey, that's a skill. That's a skill to be able to answer the question according to the scriptures without giving them the ammo they want to pin you down as a hate group.
That's right. That's right. He could have said a lot.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I forget how long he been in the truth, right? So I'm sitting here watching it early. I'm like, man, I hope he don't say. You know, wait. I hope he don't say what he could say. Like, you feel what I'm saying? All right, let's get back into it. And he's actually gonna say what Jonathan just said earlier. So let's get into it.
And guess what? I got film footage of the FBI and the NYPD saying it was not the Israelites. We know it was a Muslim group that murdered those people in Jersey. I'm just going to wait till the court come out. I'm going to wait.
Right? So he already got proof that it's saying it's not the Israelites that did that.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So all praise to the Most High for that, right? I want to show y'all something real quick, right? Now, from 1946 to 1975, there was a thing called COINTEL Pro, Salakia, right?
COINTEL, Salakia.
That's right.
Yep. COINTEL Pro. Oh, I thought it was COINTEL, you know, intelligence, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, either way.
I could have sworn that's what it was saying. Yeah, counterintelligence.
Yeah,
Pro.
counterintelligence. That's right.
Yeah. COINTEL Pro. All right.
Yeah.
But it was under the direction of J. Edgar Hoover. Ain't that funny?
That's right.
The same man who said the detriment to this country will be black unity. Right? So let's read this real quick. I want you to read it from the top, Boaz. Go ahead and read that a little bit.
From
under the direction.
Khan.
The FBI sets goals for COINTELPRO. So it's going to tell you what their goals are. Go ahead.
Like, are you able to hold on? Let me try and blow it up on my end.
No, I can blow it up
there
for you.
Nah,
good?
I got it.
Okay,
Under Director J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI's COINTELPRO counterintelligence program was aimed at investigating and disrupting distant political groups within the United States in the 1960s.
Dissident political groups. Now I have to look up that word.
Now the word that word comes from dissent, and dissent is when you disagree with something. But he's gonna bring it up for you.
Okay, there we go.
It goes on to say COINTELPRO's targets frequently included civil rights activists, both those who espoused nonviolence like Martin Luther King, and those that Hoover referred to as black nationalist hate groups like the Black Panthers.
Stop.
Black Panthers a hate group. Get out of here.
Stop. So, COINTELPRO was aimed at investigating and disrupting dissident political groups. Now, hold on. I thought that COINTELPRO was just for black people. Now, when you read the goals, you're going to see that it was really aimed at us.
Yeah.
Right? But by that definition alone, it should be, and it said that, well, I can't even say that because it said black nationalistic hate groups, right? But why wasn't the KKK being looked at under the COINTELPRO? Just because they wasn't
right?
Right? You feel what I'm saying? Keep going, King. I got you, Tabernacle David. I got you, King.
It goes on and says, this document outlines the program's goals in attempting to limit the effectiveness of such groups in practice. The FBI used infiltration, legal harassment, disinformation, and sometimes extra legal intimidation and violence against King, the Panthers, and other black activist groups in its attempt to discredit and disrupt them.
Now the brother Tabernacle of David, he just sent me a excellent quote from J. Edgar Hoover. Right? I'm gonna let this brother read the goals. I'm gonna send this to myself and I'm gonna bring this up, man. We're gonna bring out some information tonight, man.
These goals these goals is deep. I was looking at number 2, like, wait a minute.
And that's the point this is why I brought this out. Go ahead.
So goals for maximum effectiveness of the counterintelligence program and to prevent wasted effort, long range goals are being set. Number 1, prevent the coalition of militant black nationalist groups. In unity, there is strength. Yo, this
read that again.
Yo, I got precept.
Coalition of militant black nationalist groups. In unity, there is strength. Yo, this kind of remind me of like the Willie Lynch letter, kind of.
Where you think they get this stuff from, man?
Hey, try to make it a little bit bigger for me. That's on my side.
Hold on 1 second. I got you. Put it on 200 for y'all. Put it on 200.
All praises.
Is that good?
That's beautiful.
Yep.
And then I can, matter of fact, I'm gonna let the brother read, and so we can see the whole screen. All right, y'all go ahead, read that again, and then you want to do a precept after this first goal, Jonathan?
I'm gonna hit the second one with the precept.
Okay, Khan, go ahead.
So it says prevent the coalition of militant black nationalist groups in unity. In unity, there is strength. A truism that is no less valid for all its triteness. An effective coalition of black nationalist groups might be the first step toward a real Mau Black Revolutionary Army in America, the beginning of a true Black Revolution.
Now watch this real quick, because we don't know what a lot of these words mean. I don't. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look it up. So the first goal was to prevent the coalition of militant black nationalistic groups. Well, let's see what coalition means, right? Coalition. An alliance. What does alliance mean? Unity. An alliance for combined action. That means now you're doing something you're not only unified, now you're moving as one. Their whole goal was to stop you from, you can unpack a lot in this. Their whole goal was to stop you from unifying and moving as one. Especially a temporary alliance of political parties forming a government or of states, right? Okay. So they knew ours weren't going to be temporary, right? They knew ours weren't going to be temporary, but let's go back to with that understanding, let's go back and read Read
number 2.
BS number 2.
Okay. It says, prevent the rise of a Messiah who could unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement. Malcolm X might have been such a messiah. He is the martyr.
He's the what?
He is the martyr of the movement today.
Why is that?
Because what did he teach? He taught to get away from these devils, man, and form your own
and unite together.
That's right.
Shalaki, there was something that this made me think of in the movie where, you know, Denzel was playing him, but, you know, it was that moment where they was marching and the police officer was telling them they got to get out of there. And he didn't say nothing. He used his hand gesture and everybody stopped and he pointed and everybody moved. Right.
That's right.
And it was like, you know, he had power. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like Peter or Paul or David, you know what I'm saying?
Christ. I'm not gonna compare him to Christ, but
or Christ. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like directing the army, like this is what we gonna do.
That's right. Finish that out, King.
Khan. It says he is the martyr of the movement today. Martin Luther King, Stokely, Carmichael, and Elijah Muhammad all aspire to the position. Elijah Muhammad is less of a threat because of his age. King could be a very real contender for this position.
Watch what it's about to say. Go ahead.
Khan, should he abandon his supposed obedience to white liberal doctrines?
Sheesh, God Almighty. Go ahead.
Hey, that's right.
In quotations, nonviolence, and embrace black nationalism. Carmichael has the necessary charisma to be a real threat in this way.
Hey, Salakia, and just to quickly say this, Kwame Ture, which is Stokely Carmichael's his new name, because he changed his name from Stokely Carmichael to Kwame Ture, and he had to leave the country.
See, that's crazy. And me and my son, man, we was up yesterday. We watched a PBS documentary where they interview Angela Davis. Right? Same thing.
That's right.
Right? She was just an articulate black woman who won't stand for no BS, and she had to flee the country because the FBI put out a wanted poster accusing her of murder. Right? Go ahead and get your precept, King. You wanted to get out.
All right. Hey, Salaki, real quick before I do that, somebody said it, you know, I don't know if that was meant to be like a slight, but I just want to be like, we promote unity, right? So we don't want to make no jabs at nobody like that. The word bishop is in the Bible. You can go to 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. You can go to 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 22, Titus 1 and 7, Titus 3 and 15, 1 Peter chapter 2 and 25. All right. So I just wanted to bring that out. But my precept was going into point number 2, right? Because they said they afraid of the rise of a Messiah. Well, didn't this happen before? Doesn't the scripture say that there shall be nothing new under the sun?
That's crazy.
Right?
I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Hey, that's right. So let's go ahead. Let me pull out Matthew chapter 2 and verse 1. And this happened when Christ was born, right? And Herod sent the wise men, or he heard about the wise men finding the star and all that, and he knew the prophecies. And he was like, all right, cool. We got to get rid of this guy because he's going to take my spot.
Hey, right. Now, what nationality was Herod?
Herod was what? He was an Edomite. And guess what? He was familiar with the scriptures.
That's right. I'll read that. This is Matthew 2 and 1, right?
Yeah, kind of.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 2 and verse 1. Now, when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he born king of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him.
Come on.
When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all the Jews with him.
Hey, you see that? So
like in all Jerusalem with
in
him.
all Jerusalem, that's right. And so why does it say all Jerusalem? Because the seat of power at the time was in Jerusalem.
Right.
Right. So Herod and all his princes and all his officials and all that stuff, they was troubled because they was like, yo, we got to stop the what? You could just read number 2 off the page. We got to prevent the rise of a Messiah. That's why that movie was called Judas and the what? And the Black Messiah.
That's right.
Shalakia. Somebody asks what this article is called, Adawan.
What I'm reading right here, it's called the FBI sets goals for sets goals for COINTELPRO. It's off of it's an educational website. It's shec.s Salaki. shec.ashp.cuny.edu. That's where you can find it.
That's right.
So this is an educational, website. A lot of this stuff, I don't know if it's called CUNY or whatever .edu, but a lot of educational information actually comes off of this website through their school. You wanted to keep reading in that, Con?
No, I'm good. I'm good with Matthew.
Okay, Con. So let's
number 3, or we had number 3.
Real quick. Now let's keep reading in that, but we'll just skip down. Let's go to verse number.
Oh, you talking about Matthew?
Yeah. Let's go to verse number 12. I'll read it. And it says, and being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed in their own country another way. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Most High appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
That's right.
So ain't nothing new under the sun, man. Nothing new under the sun. Let's read number 3.
Number 3, prevent violence on the part of Black nationalist groups. This is of primary importance and is, of course, a goal of our investigative activity. It should also be a goal of the counterintelligence program to pinpoint potential troublemakers and neutralize them.
And do what?
And neutralize them before they exercise their potential for violence.
Do you know what neutralize means in the army, or
in the
law
military
enforcement standpoint?
Right.
What does it mean, Jonathan?
It means take them out.
It means to kill them.
Hey, isn't that what they did to Fred Hampton?
And it's funny because they called Malcolm X the martyr,
right,
for his movement. Had to neutralize that man. Why is he brought up on the FBI document? Right, y'all get the shares up. Man. Put a 7 in the chat if you shared this class. Right? Put a 7 in the chat if you shared this class. Put a 1 in the chat if you liked the class. Put a 71 in the chat if you did both. Doggone.
Hey, there you go.
Right. Read number 4.
Number 4, prevent militant Black nationalist groups and leaders from gaining respectably by.
Ooh, hold up. From gaining respectability.
Ain't that crazy?
From gaining respectability.
But watch how they aspire to do it.
Okay, and look, you know what? This would be the perfect time to go into the SPLC after we hit this point.
That's cool. I ain't in no type of rush.
Go ahead.
From gaining respectability by discrediting them to 3 separate segments of the community. The goal of discrediting Black nationalists must be handled tactically in 3 ways. You must discredit those groups and individuals to, first, the responsible Negro community.
Stop. What's the word responsible mean there? That means your bourgeoisie class.
Yes, your doctors, your lawyers, your
No,
celebrities.
that's right. Come on.
Second, they must be discredited to the white community,
Okay.
both the responsible community and to liberals who have vestiges
Mm-hmm.
of sympathy for militant black nationalists simply because they are Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
Third, these groups must be discredited in the eyes of Negro radicals, the followers of the movement.
So if you follow the movement for the what's the word I'm looking for? I just said the plight of your people. You are a Negro radical. Go ahead.
This last area requires entirely different tactics from the first two.
You going?
Publicity about violent tendencies and radical statements merely enhances black nationalists to the last group. It adds respectability in a different ways.
Oh, yo, they dropping the game. Yo, they dropping the game on you. Let me tell you something. This whole thing that you looking at is exactly what happened to Kanye West.
Right.
And let me walk you through it. Kanye West came out and said slavery was a choice. We can read you a scripture that says slavery is a choice. We can read you a scripture that says slavery is. Now, he wasn't saying it the same way I'm saying it.
Right.
He didn't know the breakdown. Like Adawan said, he can still have use of being taught. But when he said that, it hit different people differently. Let's say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
The nationalists in our community, right? You might have some HOI people. You might have some, or I say HOI, NOI people. You might have some new Black Panthers. You might have some of us who are in different walks of life, right? But they all saw that as a slight to our ancestors. So that discredited Kanye West. So now when Kanye West comes out and says, yo, we the Israelites, they like, man, get out of here. We ain't listening to you no more. That's what the third category is talking about. It says third, these groups must be discredited in the eyes of Negro radicals, the followers of the movement that they trying to influence. So first you discredit them in the respectable Black community, the doctors and the lawyers. Then you discredit them in the white community. Then you discredit them in the community that they trying to lead. That's crazy.
Now I'm gonna show this because you kill the respectability by discrediting them to three groups, right? The responsible ones, the bourgeoisie, right? White people, and then to the people who run with them, right?
That's right.
So the only option for us to have somebody or a Black leader, which this, I want y'all to see my face when I say this, right? This is how we know we don't have no real Black leaders in front of a camera.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
If they are on a major platform in front of the camera, pretending to be the leader, Jesse Dagon Jackson, Al Sharpton, all of them, guess what? I'm gonna show you what. Watch this, right? There will never be another Black Messiah unless we create him. J. Edgar Hoover. So you niggas will never have a Black leader unless the damn white man give them to you.
Hey.
But y'all keep Salaki, I was about to say
and look who you got. Look who you got. You got Nipsey Hussle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He was backed up by corporate dollars. You got Tupac Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
He was signed to a major. You know what I'm saying? You got Run DMC. You know what I'm saying? These are your messiahs.
That's right. Hey, hold on real quick, because my daggone battery died to my mouse. These stupid daggone new mouses, man. Y'all say something real quick. I'll be right back.
Yo, this is heavy.
Yeah, that's deep. Like the whole 3 steps. The third step was the peak for me, because I'm like, hold up, man. Like exactly what they explained, like you did, like you said, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they did to Kanye.
Right.
That's what they did with Kyrie. And then, you know, when Dave Chappelle did his special, they was ready to get at him. But Dave Chappelle's so smart. My cousin said this. He said Dave Chappelle's so smart when he did his stand-up. He did it in such a way where it's like he even made the same people who he talking about, like he made them laugh at it.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't do it like what's my man's name? Like DL Hughley or somebody who would just come straight at him.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't care. Paul Mooney, like I don't care about you type
Right.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? He ain't come at him like that, like direct. He made it funny in a sensible way.
Hey, that's right.
He played it so well and did it so good. But at the same time, you still had them who know something. They had to put him on spot. And it's like now we gonna get you. But he clever with it, man.
No,
I ain't
that's
gonna
right.
lie. I gotta give it to him. He clever with it.
Yeah, I mean, Dave Chappelle is the top comedian of our generation because every time a hot button topic issue comes up, he brings it out and he highlights why your thinking doesn't make no sense.
Right.
Right.
And he did the same thing with the LGBTQ. Remember, he was like, he said the joke about the transgender women. You know what I mean? Like that, that was one of the coldest things I ever seen in my life. That if there was a list of pop culture events that happened, that was like the top list of pop culture thing. That's a top 10 on the list because he stood up and said something crazy to them, and they couldn't do nothing about it. But this, where we're at right now, is leading right into what I want to bring out right on the SPLC.
Hey, so
yeah, Con, go ahead.
My mouse is mad low, so I got it up for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
But Boaz, I want you to find this on your side and then try to share your screen. I think Giannis, you can probably give them the access to share the screen, right?
Yeah, Con.
So
if you're able to do it,
yeah. Boaz, you got a share screen button on your end. So what I want you to do, go to the website real quick. Go to the website. Just go to SPLC.
Mm-hmm.
And then go in the search bar. Is this what you wanted? What I got on the screen right here?
Yeah. So I wasn't gonna go to that page, but this is the website I need to be on.
Okay, what page you wanted to go to, King?
All right. So I can't read what you got at the top. What does it say? Those top things?
It has resources, what we do, our issues, hate watch, hate map.
Go to the hate watch. Go to that.
Okay, Con.
I'm gonna show you something.
Where you want to go right here?
Right now, scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Actually, let me shoot you the link.
Okay, Con.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you the link. So I'll show y'all something quick, Israel. This goes right into what the brother was bringing out. So basically, the SPLC is the group that was created in the 80s to watch with government funding. They track and they watch and they monitor so-called hate groups. And I'm gonna show you something. They came out and said in their documentation, and I'm gonna read it while he's pulling it up. But they came out and said in their own documentation, it says, historically, the SPLC research shows that when extremists perceive more allies in halls of power, their numbers dip. So basically every single year, they produce a report. 2018, 2019. I got 2020 downloaded on my phone, which is the most recent report that's available. 2020 shows that the KKK numbers is starting to get low. But what they said is, historically, the research shows that when their numbers start to get low, it's only because they now have more positions of power in the government. Right? So combine these hate groups, these real hate groups that's in the SPLC database, and they have power in the government. Now combine that with the initiatives that the COINTELPRO has been putting into effect for the past 70, 80 years, man. Right? I mean, they tell us that the COINTELPRO is not there, but the blueprint is still there.
Right.
So
here we go.
That's crazy to me, right? And you can see it right here. This is the Year in Hate and Extremism 2020, right? This is the introduction. And if you scroll down to about that fourth paragraph, historically, you see that SPLC research shows that when extremists perceive more allies in halls of power, meaning in government, their numbers dip. But not so with the Trump presidency. For the first 3 years of his presidency, they recorded historically high hate group numbers as bigotry found a comfortable home where? In the White House. Now, this is the SPLC telling you this. So when they tell you that the Israelites is a hate group, you can point back and say the White House is a hate group. That's a cut. They shouldn't even produce this document.
Facts.
Right? And it says, and white nationalist ideologies influence policies. Do you see this? So that's what I'm trying to show y'all, is that these policies that they passed that y'all voting for, because y'all simple, y'all voting for these policies, and then they pass this policy, and 10 years later, you trying to figure out why everybody in your neighborhood ain't got a father in the house. Because of the policies that they passing. Because you got KKK members in office and you got Proud Boys in office. All right, I'm gonna give right there.
Hey man, we bringing it out, man. So let me let this mouse cut back on real quick. Then I'm gonna share this screen. All right, so let's get back into it. That was a lot of information that came out.
That's right.
All right. Jonathan, if my joint die, you're gonna have to control the camera controls from your end. I'm gonna let it play.
Okay.
Now, here we go.
Now, I love your comment on something else, because as you mentioned, people being labeled as certain things, your group being labeled as a hate group. We heard Kyrie Irving being labeled as anti-Semitic, but also Dave Chappelle. He did a monologue on SNL, and then after that monologue, he was also labeled as saying some anti-Semitic things. So I'd love to get your comment. One, did you see the monologue? And if so, what was your reaction to it?
Well, I did see it. Dave Chappelle is brilliant, and I'll say this. We have to get a working definition of anti-Semitic. The word anti means against. Shemitic refers to the sons of Shem.
Now, y'all better pay attention to what's about to be said. We teach this all the time, right? But when it comes time to answer something like this, a lot of people wouldn't know how to answer this. Oh, you anti-Semitic. Okay, well, how about these people?
There are 26 sons of Shem, which includes Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. We are Shemitic. It also includes Arabs. They are Shemitic. It also includes Chinese and Japanese and East Indians. They are Shemitic. Those are lying, debauchery organizations. That's what they do. Lie. They even went online and updated and changed the definition to mean anti-Jewish person. That's not what the word Jew is not found in Shemitic. It's not there, but they make it up. And whatever white folks say, we run with it. Stop doing that.
No.
Stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, let me ask that question. With the work that you mentioned, and maybe work that a lot of people just don't see, do you think the Black Hebrew Israelites get a bad rap? And if so, why do you think that is?
Well, one of the things is the statement you just made, Black Hebrew Israelites. Remember during the time of Malcolm, they would not call them Muslims. They said they're Black Muslims.
Right.
What does that insinuate? You're fake, you're fraud. And many of our people run with the narratives of the Jewish media. You're the Black Hebrew Israelites. But we consist of Native American Indians and Latinos. How are we just Black? But that's the narrative they put out there. Like Black identity extremists that Karen Bass went against the FBI on our behalf for. Okay? So we got to stop that. We got to definitely learn to love and respect one another as a people. We're the Israelites. That's who we are. That's who we be.
Here's a question I got for you real quick. I'm sorry, but let me ask you real quick. What is the better energy? I don't know if it's the right word. Should we push positivity to Blacks to raise themselves up or fight anti-hate? We have so much energy. Should we be pushing more positive? Black people come together more than worry about the Jewish people hating us, or put the hate of Jewish and not as much. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of energy.
And this is what they do a lot, right? They do. As soon as you say Black people love each other, it's automatically y'all hate everybody else.
Right. That's right.
Like And according to them, hate is black people loving each other, right? Anti everybody else is black people loving each other. That's crazy. Go ahead, Boaz.
Like, you know who that dude is, man?
Yeah,
He a comedian.
That's your boy Pierre from How to Be a Player in Baps. From the movies, man. I was looking at that when I seen this. I was like, yo, I know this dude from somewhere.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what he was on, but yeah, I be watching Comedy Hype. And look, this was funny about what Judah just said, right? Don't nobody else do that. The Chinese man, when the Chinese man want to build his community, you think they sit around and have a conversation on how they can express love for the black community?
Right.
Don't nobody do that but us. But go ahead.
Right, that's right.
Great question, Pierre.
Well, the best, I'm gonna go to Ephesians 4. I'm gonna let the Lord speak on my behalf. When you read the book of Ephesians chapter 4, there's a word that's used that we haven't seen in a very, very long time. And it says this, Ephesians 4:3, it says, endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace. As a race, we've never seen unity. Only disunity. What they do, they over dramatize things to exacerbate a situation that is we're there for black love, black unity, our people coming together, and they take it, oh, you want to kill me? Stop it, get out of here.
So what can y'all?
And that's why I brought it out. That's what old girl was doing to LeVar Ball. That's what she was doing, right? Oh, you see, you hate women? Like, yo, shut up. Shut up. All right. Go ahead, King.
Real quick, I just want to bring out a quick precept because back to the point, like he was asked the question, you know what I'm saying, do we push hate or are we trying to lift up black people? I got this precept in Sirach 5:10. It says, be steadfast in thy understanding. So like be firm in your understanding and let thy word be the same. Like he didn't change his position. He didn't say, oh, you know, well, no, like we still pushing, like we got to come together as a people. We need to uplift one another. We need to love one another. Like you trying to take him off of his stance, but he's not changing his position.
Hey, that's right. And the reality of it is we can't hold hands with these other nations and think they're gonna move in the ways of righteousness. That's just not what the Bible telling us gonna happen. So, you know, we just gotta cut it with you straight. We're gonna build with each other, and that's what we worried about right now. Why are you worried about everybody else?
Right, that's right.
Y'all do? How is it something we can, so the image is not that? How do you change that?
Okay, I'll give an example of Black Wall Street. When they said, why don't you go do your own thing? And our people did. What did they do to us?
Burn it down.
Burned it down. They have a perpetual hatred. This is what we got to understand.
Right.
And the Bible's not talking about one white guy that does something nice for you or me.
Right.
As a collective, they despise us as a race. They want to bring us back. Remember, slavery was started by the Roman Catholic Church.
Now he's just making it plain. He's making it plain. Esau can get as mad as they want. But now he's making it plain because, hey, he's already captured the minds of at least the people who he's on the panel with. They're agreeing with him. So now he can make it plain now. Just peep game, man. Peep game.
Pope Nicholas V in 1441.
Watch out now. Watch out now.
All the way up to today.
Now let me put this question in here, Bishop Nathaniel, because I think there are a lot of people that as Kiana mentioned, that may not know or may not have the information and may not be familiar. Maybe this is their first time hearing about the Israel United in Christ. If you had to put it in the lamest terms for someone to understand, what would you say is the overall message as the founder of Israel United in Christ? What is the overall message that you all are looking to push?
The overall message is that we came to America as slaves in various other lands because we broke God's commandments.
Right.
The Lord had sent Christ, the Black Messiah, according to Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 and 15, to die for us. He's a black man. It describes his hair, his skin color. Christians read that and go, no. Although they're reading, his hair was like wool, his feet like it burned in a furnace. They've been preconditioned to hate, despise the way we look. But the message is redemption is coming.
So it brings the question, Pierre, I actually want to start with you. being that America doesn't seem to have been created or isn't a place that is well for Black people, why do you think we continue to stay, live here, build business here, as opposed to leaving and going somewhere else or creating our own?
Well, the creating our own makes more sense. We are. I know people go, whatever. We are removed from slavery, feeling inside of us like the real slave. You were born in Chicago, you live in the house and all that. You're not a slave from back then. So our mentality is not connected like slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like that. We may have a different kind of way of thinking of slaves. We're entrenched here, and why should I leave? No, you should treat me better, or like you said, which I believe in more, we should come together. Hello, people, come together and support, build homes and stuff that makes Black communities.
We got to get this precept, man. What he just said, the Bible actually says that, right? Give me Jeremiah 29. I think I want to start a little bit above verse 5. 5 is the point.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, give me Jeremiah 29. And
you can probably start around 4.
4.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, let's start at verse 4.
Just the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse 4. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives.
Now, we are listening to how he's answering these questions, but also think about how you could add to it, what you can add to your repertoire, just in case you're asked these same questions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It says, because he just talked about that. He just said that we were brought into this country because we had broken God's commandments. We were carried here captive. So here's what the precept is saying: thus saith the Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captive. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon.
And this is spiritual Babylon, right? Go ahead.
Build ye houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens and eat the fruit of them. Take ye wives and begat sons and daughters. And take wives for your sons and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished.
So the Bible is telling us what to do in the land of your captivity, right? The Bible tells you what to do in the land of your captivity, right? There's another precept that I want that I can't think of right this second. Let's see. No, let's go to Hosea 1 and 10. I'll use that. That'll be a good one. I'll use that one.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
Salakia, are you going to be told that you're not the people of God if you're ruling in your homeland? No. You will be told that in the land of your captivity. Read.
There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Right. So in the land of your captivity, it's going to be said that you are the sons of the living God.
That's right.
He's not telling you, yo, flee to another land. Bro, they hate you over there.
Right.
They hate you over there. You see what I'm saying? So, this is good. This is how you can add to the conversation. This is ever asked of you. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So so let's keep going.
Do more of that kind of stuff, but I'm not leaving. I got a Mercedes here, man. I ain't leaving. You crazy? I know, man. I ain't driving that thing to Africa. And I've been to Africa. Let me be honest with you. Them Africans ain't too happy to feel like you think they are. They seen the bullshit we going through and how we think and stuff. We don't think like Africans like they do. So that ain't happening. So
that's a good point what he just said. He said, you think you're going to go back to Africa and they just going to accept you with open arms.
Hello, my brother.
Yeah, you keep thinking that. Right?
Wow.
I used to have a homeboy. He was from Nigeria. I used to work with him. He was real cool, man. And that dude told me, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go back to Nigeria one. This before I was in the truth. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Nigeria. Like, you gotta show me around. He was like, you don't want to go to Nigeria. He said, you light skinned, they'll snatch you up and sacrifice you to the gods. Like, he was joking, but he was joking. But at the same time, there is a level of colorism in Nigeria. A lot of people would tell you that. Right? They'll say that you're not a true African, and they know what tribe you from. So if you get over there, you're not from one of their tribes. It's like you're not an Igbo, you're not a Yoruba, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know what time it is. So they may not welcome you the way you think they're going to.
Right. And I actually did a class, my first class I ever did in SOT. I had a blue shirt on with red writing because I didn't even have my daggone soldier shirt yet. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it was about the Hamites. You got to go way back. It's probably like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I played a video where it says they teach us in school that y'all are the Israelites. They teach us that we put y'all into slavery and sold you to the white man, and that's how you got to do. Like, that's common knowledge over here. It was like, they don't teach y'all that over there?
Right.
No. Then another one, he was, oh yeah, no, we used to hunt y'all and eat y'all. Like, we don't like y'all. Like, what? I mean, it's common knowledge. So what the brother's saying is true. All right, let's keep going.
And propose that same question to you. Why do you think we continue to stay and build and live here as opposed to leaving? Or why don't we take the time to, or not that we don't, but why do you feel like we don't see us creating our own? And I'll bring an example. With Kyrie Irving, what we're seeing. As soon as he spoke out about something, he was criticized for it. Or Dave Chappelle, and I can name a few others. Or why don't we create our own?
First of all, where are we gonna go? Second of all, we're not. And the reason I'm saying that is because, if we were to pick up and go to Africa, first of all, the infrastructure is not even there to sustain us getting there. There are people who don't even have Zelle or PayPal or CashApp or the financial infrastructure.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna skip through this sister because this sister love to hear herself talk. Mm-hmm. So she will go on for days, right? So I'm a go back into how Israelites should answer these questions, all right? Because it's coming from a biblical standpoint, and that's how we should be answering these questions, right?
That's right.
Let me bring you in.
Hey, there's an echo. Pause it real quick.
I definitely heard that. That's crazy. Okay, let me try it again.
Yeah, I think that's on her end.
It might be. Let me.
Oh yeah, you know what? It was an echo.
Okay.
It was an echo in the video.
Okay, con.
Why do you think we continue to stay here in America? Being the experience that we've had instead of either leaving or two creating our own infrastructure.
Come on, Bishop.
So several reasons. When you read Deuteronomy 28:48, I want you to listen very good to this. This is one of the curses that fell on us as a people. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, meaning your enemies will control the food industry, and in thirst, meaning your enemies will control the water industry, and in nakedness, meaning your enemies will control the clothing industry, and in want of all things. Your enemies will control medicine, science, education, religion, everything. Then it says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. We're the only race that have yokes of iron on our neck and are mentally destroyed now. Because we're proud to say we don't have yokes of iron no more, but we're mentally destroyed. We are destroyed mentally. And everything the sister said about our mentality, we take it over to Africa and destroy everything. Because we're not even right here. We must learn to love one another, keeping God's commandments here.
And this is what we just finished talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta do that here. You think you better go back to the land and sin in the land? Like, come on, there's already enough going on over there now.
Right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, and V Web, I don't know what you were talking about. None of them sentences, not to be disrespectful, none of them sentences are making any sense. I'm trying to read them so I can, respond to what you're saying. But, yeah. So, yeah. All right. We're going to keep pushing.
And then we can move out. But guess what? America's reach is long. America influences Africa like you wouldn't believe. I'll give an example. Africa is the richest continent on the planet in terms of gold, diamonds, silver, bauxite, but they're also the poorest. because America and the EU says your money's of no value. Well, to steal your gold, steal your resources. Oh, and did I mention your dollar's no value? No, have a nice day. And they end up poor. That's what happens. So there's no place we can go. America's rich can't reach. America's
Right. And not only that, the fact is when you start destroying people mentally, you have, and they have destroyed Africans. And I'm not saying that they're not proud Africans. I'm not saying that. But they have allowed the Chinese to come in and build an infrastructure in our land. They take all of our resources and leave our people poor. Now, I don't know the answer. I don't know if we rise up and go to war. I don't know if we just say stop and don't come. I don't know the answers, but I am telling you the problem. So we need to gather as a people because we're very innovative, we're very smart, and we've been able to do a lot of things, but set ourselves free. That is the one thing that we have not been able to do. You tell me that you love me, you tell me that we have all the resources, you love our land, you love our people, you love the way we look, so much so that you want to be us. But you don't want our struggles, you don't want our problems, and you don't want to give us our over and over and over again. Now
I agree with stuff she's saying. I do.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She kind of goes off towards the end, but
right
of the video, but she's saying the truth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna still keep moving.
Hey, Salaki, and that's the reason we have to know who our community is, right? This ain't gonna be long. We have to know who our community is.
Right.
Because if we think that we just one big earthly family, everybody who's skin to us is not kin to us. But if we think that everybody who got the same skin color as us is our people, we may be drawn in to fight for Africa and try to fight for liberation movements in Africa.
Right.
And that's not fruitful.
Con. Hey, yeah, V Weber, we're gonna let you keep commenting in just a second. All right, we just got to slow down some of the comments hitting the chat because we can't see everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? All right, but yeah, let's keep going.
I had a question as well, so I want to open the floor up to you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the bishop. I see you reading out from the Bible a lot. So two questions. One, is God black or whatever color you may pick? And also, who wrote the Bible? Were the people who wrote the Bible, were they black people? Because you're using a lot of stuff from the Bible. What do you perceive who God is and what color people were wrote the Bible? If they were white, are we going by that, or were they black?
Oh, okay. Very good question. But I like what that sister is saying. She was on fire. Hey, come join me.
Yes, she was.
When you read Daniel 7, verse 9, it talks about God Almighty. It says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. That's God.
No, we know how to answer these questions, right? Of course, we know how to answer all of these questions, but I want to get to one of the most prominent parts. I actually might need to play this.
Salakia.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, something that Pierre just did is something that a lot of our people do, and it'd be like, you say you believe in God, and you say you go to church and stuff like that, but you like, what color is he? Because you don't open the book and read it.
Hey, that's right.
Yeah, he might not be and it's a lot of comedians. They don't really believe in. I've noticed that a lot of comedians, they don't want nothing to do with none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of what we've been taught. So I'm gonna actually let this play out because one of the main points of this video I wanted to get into is gonna come up like right after. All right, so yeah.
It says, whose garment, he has a body, was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool.
This is Daniel 7
pure
now.
Wool hair is afro hair. That's not straight hair. God has afro hair. Now, were the people of the Bible black or white? When you read Job 30, verse 30, the prophet Job, he says, my skin is black upon me. Jeremiah 14:2, that says, Judah mourneth, the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. Genesis 2:7 says, Adam was formed from the dust of the ground. The dust of the ground is dark brown. So all the people in the Bible, the Israelites, are people of color, from light brown to very dark brown. No Caucasian wrote the Bible at all. And we challenge any Christian pastor that says otherwise.
Now let me. Now I want to open up the floor to our live studio audience, and it actually is our very own founder of Hype Plus and Comedy, Hype, John Abba. So first and foremost, thank you so much for joining us. I love when you.
Thank you.
Will you join in on these?
Hey,
on these
and
topics?
I never noticed that this guy who's about to speak
Mm-hmm.
is the founder of Comedy Hype.
That's and
I didn't catch that the first time.
Yeah. Now, what's crazy about this is, brothers and sisters, your brain doesn't become smaller when somebody in the room speaks eloquently about a certain topic.
Right.
Right? It don't. Your brain is still the same size. All right? We got to let go of our egos. We got to let go of our pride. We have to let go of our envy. Because I think this was part of it, what you're about to see.
Yeah,
And
that's
Bishop,
right.
hey, I don't know. Because of that, and he's the founder, Bishop Nathaniel might not get another chance to do this again. Most High willing, he does. But I just want y'all to hear what's about to be said.
Hey, that's right.
Because, yo, there was a meeting years ago with the Rolling 20 Crips. Snoop was out there, right? And there was this young dude. He said, yeah, my name, you know what I'm saying, cuz such and such, you know what I'm saying? And we got to do this, and we got to do that, and da-da-da-da-da, right? And Akila asked you, I'm not sure what you were saying, but you saying you were leaving? Shalom. Now, he you know, Snoop is in the building. He's the most famous Rolling 20 Crip there is. Right? And because he was in the building, cameras was on, and old buddy, you know, the young boy, he wanted to have his little shine. He wanted to speak his 2 cents. You know what Snoop said to him? He said, man, you know, I appreciate that, but you know what? Everybody be mad with you because you always speaking out of turn. And he said, your dialogue ain't needed right now. Now, everybody felt bad for him because it was like, damn, you got embarrassed by Snoop, like, in front of all these people. Well, let's think about it. Yo, sometimes your dialogue is not needed. Let the person who's speaking say what they got to say and let it be. You don't have to be, oh, I know something too, because guess what? Now you can take away from what is being said.
Hey, I got a precept for that too, just to lead into it.
Huh.
That's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 23. All right. Salaki, pages stuck together. Proverbs 21 and 23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles.
That's right.
Right? So if you learn how to keep your mouth and keep your tongue, you can keep yourself not only from trouble, but also from just looking stupid.
Right.
To put it the best way. All right.
Right. Because yo. And I'm sure the brother's brilliant.
Right.
I'm sure the brother's brilliant. He has to be. This platform is huge. However, sometimes your dialogue is not needed. And y'all will see why in just a second. Here we go.
This is a big one, so I'd love for you to propose your question, if you can pick exactly you'd like that to go to.
Definitely. This is more so for the bishop. So mine is more so of a comment, but I'm gonna start with a question. Is the goal of your organization to like recruit members? Is it more so of just to spread a certain message? And do you want those messages to, I guess, land on the ears of fellow Black people?
Yes, our goal is to unite the 12 tribes of Israel, our race. It's prophesied only 1/3 of us will come together. It's prophesied that 2 out of 3 of us will die in America through thermonuclear fire. When you read Zechariah 13 and 8, it's already written, so we already know the outcome.
Got you. Okay, so I guess one thing with me being a young man coming up in this country, at one point I was sleeping in terms of no knowledge of myself, right? And so later on, I was able to find knowledge of myself. But after that, I realized that I live in a capitalist society. Therefore, I had to provide a means for myself to be able to take care of my family. And I do think one noticeable criticism when it comes to a group of like yourself is that how do we make money in the scheme of this? Like, knowledge is great, but I don't want to be broke and woke. That's something that I think that a lot of people, of our own people, choose at times ignore when it comes to your organization. So is there any
Hey, you on mute? You on mute?
Salaki, man, I was over here ranting, and he tried. Peep how he tried to do that.
That's right.
In terms of your organization, you know what I'm saying? This is the thing people kind of sort of miss. How we supposed to make money? And nobody's thinking about that, bro.
Hey, that's right.
Nobody's even thinking about that. Like, for real. Now, he don't even know who he's talking to. That's number one. That's first and foremost, right? But it's like, dog, did you hear what the man was just talking about? But I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna let him talk.
Type of financial game plan when it comes down to your organization or your or your group.
Yes. When you read 2 Thessalonians, we tell all the young men when they come in. 2 Thessalonians 3:10 says, "For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat." Young men must work. That's been ordained from the beginning of time. We have to labor here in society to make money to take care of our family and one another. We must do that. So, but when money becomes your God, like in 1 Timothy 6, it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." When you start to steal, bicker, and fight over money, there's a problem now. Many organizations fell behind the love of money, greed, in other words. So we got to make sure, right? We got to make sure our minds is right and disciplined to take care of ourselves, our loved ones, our families, and our people.
Right. And my.
Now I don't know if you heard the sister, but she said Black Lives Matter in the background. Because
I didn't hear that.
Yep, because they got caught buying houses with the money that was being donated for the facade of the cause that they were supposed to be, suing, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna let them keep going.
Hey, hold up, real quick. My fault.
Come on.
I just want to say this, right? This goes back to what we always bring out. Our people want to jump to step number 3 before we get done with step number 1.
Facts.
Why is it going to help our community? We talking about the Kyrie Irving situation. They was asking about being a hate group, right? Then they started talking about building communities. At what point did money have anything to do with any of that? Our people want to jump to step 3. What we gonna do with money if we still dedicated to killing our ops, man? And our ops look like us. What money gonna do but give us a longer reach and damn more guns?
Right. Now, Micah Israel, are you from IUIC, brother? Because I'm trying to understand what your comment is. Answer that for me. Are you a member of IUIC or a supporter of IUIC? Because I think you have a false narrative. Because we've been on here for 2 hours and 4 minutes, and I haven't seen you make one comment until
now
a minute ago. So I'm hoping that you don't have a false narrative of what's going on here. All right? Because guess what? We are actually applauding the work of the brothers for what they did at the Barclays Center. We're actually applauding the fact that they got an interview on a major platform in the spirit of unity. So I'm hoping that you didn't come in this class because you saw the bishop's face on the thumbnail and thought we was actually opposed to what's been going on. I hope that's not what's going on, brother, because we're actually doing the opposite. So please tell me if you're from IUIC. You probably won't even tell me now if you are, right? Because we're in the spirit of unity right now. If you go back to the beginning of the video, and I said in the spirit of brotherhood, in the spirit of unity, in the spirit of 792 and 1, we're going to watch this video and see how the bishop eloquently answered these questions that were asked of him and took full what's the word I'm looking for? Advantage of the platform that he was invited to. So
that's right.
I hope you didn't think, you know what I'm saying, that's what was going on, because we got to get out of that mindset. It's not us versus them.
Right.
It's all of us.
That's right.
That's right.
He represented me when he did that.
Time.
See what I'm saying? He represented me when he did that. And when we get on them corners, we represent each other when we hit them corners.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm going to leave it at that. All right? I'm going to leave it at that. We good to keep going?
Yeah,
I was,
you got it.
Shalaki, I was gonna say when after this, I got a few precepts.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. Come. Cause we're gonna watch a little bit of another video. I'll bring the other stuff out another day. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring that out another. I can tie that into something else. All right.
Take care of ourselves, our loved ones, our families, and our people.
Right. And my last note to kind of attach to that is, I think that we all are individuals, and being raised here in America, there is a great sense of individualism. And I think that if there's a way for, I think, an organization like yourself to be able to speak to those desires and dreams that I have, like I want to go to like some fly locations. I want to see the world. I want to drive a nice car. Those things that I aspire to do, based off of, I think, programming, based off of what I feel I want to experience in my lifetime. And I do think that if there's a way for the brothers such as yourself to be able to help me get there, I think your mission can be a lot more easier and smoother
personally. I got a precept.
Hey, right.
Go ahead, get it. I was waiting on this.
Hey, that's all right.
Yo,
about to unload the precepts on this now.
Yo.
Bring the whole magazine out, boy.
Bring the magazine, bro.
Telling you.
Yo, hold on, man. Wait. Salakia. We was not supposed to do this class today. All right. We were supposed to do that class about can America be one nation under God and pro-choice.
Hey, that's
Salakia,
right.
This incense got my eyes burning, right? This dude, hey, Shalom Jail Blacks War Zone. My brother from IUIC, what's going on, Ak? That's my boy, man. I gotta call you too. I be thinking about you all the daggone time. I gotta call you, dog. This dude admitted, I want to go to a fly location. I want to drive a nice car. I want to whatever else he said.
Mm-hmm.
He said some of these mindsets are due to, what did he say? Programming. And then turned around and said, so if your organization can teach us how I can, or help me get there, then maybe it'll make our, so we got to jump out of a Rolls Royce when we get to camp, pull the signs out the back of the Rolls Royce. We got to wear Balenciagas instead of our menorah chains. We got to wear a big gold Cuban link. Instead of holding our staffs, we got to be wearing a Bishop Don Magic Wand cane with the gold handle. Like, this is what we got to do to wake the minds of the people up. Does the Bible say that?
Lie.
Go ahead, Boaz. That made me mad.
Hey, grab Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 5, and grab Matthew 6 and 33 and 1 John 2 and 15.
I'm already in. It's only two of us. I got you, but I'm already in.
I got wisdom. That brother think he on the line, man.
Hey, me, I got you. I'm gonna hit you up. I got you.
God, bring out that Wisdom of Solomon first, though.
Yeah, I got Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8 and verse 5.
Come.
If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom?
What is richer than wisdom? This man talking about, he want to have all these possessions and things like that, but it's like, what is richer than wisdom, my man?
Right.
Like let's go to Solomon real quick. Solomon, did he ask for riches?
Hey, that's right. He did not.
No.
That's right.
Solomon asked for the wisdom and understanding to be able to lead an also great people. And because he asked for that, guess what? Riches was given to him.
Facts.
Salakia. I say this all the time.
That's right.
The laws of God is the blueprint to get you where you want to go. When you read Deuteronomy 28 and 1, if you keep the commandments, you will get all these blessings. Right?
Okay.
One of the curses is the stranger will get above you very high. You will get under him very low. He will lend to thee, and you will not lend to him.
That's right.
But if we were in the blessings, we would be the one lending and not borrowing. You know why? Because the laws of God is the blueprint. You know how somebody can give you the blueprint to start the business? The laws of God is the blueprint to get you those riches. So when you ask for the wisdom, with the wisdom comes what? With wisdom comes the understanding that I need to keep God's law. And by keeping God's law, it will teach me how to do this. The Bible talks about everything. It's not some mystical, bibbity bobbity boo poof. And then you just know.
Right.
If you do these things, what does Joshua 1:8 say? Then you will have great success.
Hey, that's beautiful.
That's crazy, man. Go ahead.
Grab that Matthew 6:33.
I'm gonna start at 19 real quick, and cause I was already going there, and then we'll skip to 33. I got you.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
So it's showing where his heart is at for real. Like your heart is in these treasures, but in the end, it's gonna rust up when people find out you got treasures, because you know how Negroes is. Let them find out you got money. Be on social media talking about you got this new whip and you got money or you got cash. Guess what? They're gonna try and find out where you at, and they're gonna try and rob you.
Hey, that's right. Hey, Salakia. Big Mick. Hey, I already know Judah about to say it. What Big Mick is saying is what we've been teaching the past couple of weeks. Right? We gotta, but this is what COINTELPRO, y'all gotta go back and watch the video from the beginning. COINTELPRO was designed to stop things like that from happening, so that you will spend your money at the Lamborghinis and Gucci and Prada. But check this out. I want to point this out. I've watched a lot of comedy hype videos and interviews. They never had this guy on here before. You know why he's on here? Y'all put it in the chat. Y'all know why he on here. Why is he on here? Because they speaking to the Hebrew Israelites, and he got to make it clear that he do not agree with the Hebrew Israelites. He gave them a platform. Now he has to show his face and make it clear that I don't stand with y'all. Not only do I not stand with y'all, but I disagree with the way you're doing things. I think you should do it like this.
It's like Katrina Holmes said, "Happy Thanksgiving Day" from Katrina. Guess what? When the Most High God destroys this country for all the things and the atrocities that you guys did to the Native Americans, the blacks and Hispanics of this country, we gonna have a day. Well, every day is gonna be a Thanksgiving to the Most High God, and we're gonna look and see the smoke coming up from this place for what he did and how he destroyed these people forever and ever, even forever, ever, forever, ever.
That's right.
And with that, you're blocked. Go ahead.
Hey, and I want to say this, like we got to think about that. Also, that would prove that the COINTELPRO plan worked. He represents the respectable or the reputable or the responsible. What was that category?
Ooh, the responsible. Yep, it was the responsible people.
The responsible black people. He represents that community, and they can't get down with the Israelites because we not pushing. Go get your money. So they can't get down with you. And he's showing his true colors right here on the screen. Go ahead.
That's right. Let's go to verse 33. Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God. That's seeking that wisdom. If you seek the wisdom first, then guess what? The money gonna come.
Hey, that's right.
And you ain't gonna sit back here and be putting it in a place where it's like, now you got to put it out there and make it noticeable to people that you got the money, because you wise. You ain't about to expose yourself so you can get robbed, because that's what niggas want to do.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
and you know what? It's not wisdom, right? Like Big Mick said, it's not wisdom. in order to bring my people in, because he's telling him to come out of the ways of the world, right? To separate and love each other. It's not wise to give my money to the same people who I'm talking about separating from in order to bring in my. That's stupid.
Right.
That's crazy, man. You said you had one more. We're gonna get back to it.
There's 1 John 2:15.
Okay, come.
2:15 and 17.
Yeah, I got you on that one.
All
right, this is the book of 1 John. Which verse?
2:15.
Oh, 2:15. My fault.
Yeah,
all right, 2:15, and it reads, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Right.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him."
See, you worried about money and possessions and things like that, and you need to be worried about loving the Most High. You need to be worrying about putting your possessions into the Most High, getting the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and coming back to your heritage.
That's right.
Not can you brothers that's in these camps, can y'all show up with gold plated, you know what I'm saying, rods, you know what I'm saying, with diamonds in them, with iced out chains and grills and flashy glasses and nice cars with systems and rims on them. Like, that's loving the world.
Right.
That's right.
Why it don't say that in the Bible?
That's right.
Christ didn't pull up with the with the shiny shoes on the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, look, look. Christ pull up in a Lambo with the Jordans that match the ride.
Come on, man.
Right, with the music turned all the way up, and he get out the car real slow and keep the music turned up while he get out to make sure you watching. Come on,
God, stop playing.
Right. I'll hop out of my 05 truck with my music blasted just so you can see. And I pull up on the sidewalk on purpose just so you what y'all setting up for? That's the only way I get attention.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And then when we start teaching, that's what's gonna bring the people in anyway.
Correct.
Right? Hey, Rabbi David. Hey, go let me shut up. Cause guess what? Oh, see, gay. Okay. I'm not even gonna block you. How about you come on the show and prove that you're a Jewish person?
Hop on the live.
Come on the live and prove that you are a Jew.
Facts.
Hey, see, now we must be in the spirit because we have this guy with this big hat and a little head.
Hey, look, he trying to get rid of the term small hat.
Right,
so
we
gotta give him a new term. We're gonna call him the Gadol hat.
Right.
The Gadol, that's your word, Gadol.
He said send the link. I got you. I got you. Oh, he's a known scoffer. Oh, okay, I got you. So hey, I'm gonna let him scoff. But Tyrone Mac and Cheese said I'm Hamashiach and Mississippi is the land of Israel. Well, you go ahead, and the land of Israel could be the poorest city in America. Anyway, I'm not even about to. I'm gonna ignore you people. You people. All right.
We got the big hats. We got the big hats in the chat tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Got the big hats.
Came out the woodwork.
And you know they love saying they're not Russian converts, but it's the same hats they be wearing in daggone Moscow. I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was kings. Yep. See, y'all the real niggas. Right. Let's go.
Well, remember, again, I want y'all to listen good. We were not brought here in this country to prosper. We were brought here as slaves to repent of our sins.
That's right.
That's what everyone keeps missing. We want to come to America, prosper, and make money, but we're missing the big picture. What about repentance, changing our life around, learning to love one another as the Israelites? We keep missing that. We want the fancy cars. Notice with those fancy cars and all that money come handcuffs. You cannot stand up for Black people. You cannot say what you want to say. You cannot stand for righteousness in the NBA.
Mississippi does not have more resources than most because Brett Favre took all of them to build a stadium for his daughter's college.
Right.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you straight up. As clean as it's gonna come out, we not dealing with Mississippi being Israel. We not even gonna deal with that. That
not
is
at all. Like,
yeah, we ain't even dealing with that. You going with that?
Come on, man. So he just said he's the Hamashiach, meaning he's Christ. Then he said, Kyrie, just like me, we natives. Hamashiach is from the tribe of Judah. Bye. Anyway.
In the actors world, in the music realm, you can't do it to make all that money. It comes with chains, okay? Now, Zephaniah 2:1 teaches us to gather ourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired. The Lord is commanding us to unite together as a people. That must be our firm focus. And then come the other things until destruction comes.
I definitely understand that. So just for clarity, this is more so of a biblical stance. It has nothing to do with what we may feel as individuals, what we want to experience. And
Bishop Nathaniel's been bringing out precepts for 23 minutes.
Facts.
Like, what? Come on, man. Come on. Yo, I don't want all y'all going crazy in the chat.
Yeah, but you got once again, you got to think about what this dude's agenda is. It became apparent as we was watching it. Like, his agenda is clearly, I have to demonstrate that I do not agree with what they got going on.
Right.
And now he's like, oh, so you coming from the Bible?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what about what I feel like and what I want to do?
Right. Hey, fake rabbi, I'll let you up if you can show me in history where because y'all supposed to be in the land of Israel. We're gonna bring this out again. Y'all are in the land of Israel now. And you know how the strangers are supposed to be joined with you, and you're supposed to take them captives who captives you were. Where is Adolf Hitler's family members in the land of Israel working for y'all? Show me that, and I'll let you on the show.
Woo.
All right.
I like.
Correct. And if you notice, I'll say this. All nations work.
Now Tyrone mad. Now we fake Israelites.
Collectively. The Chinese, they have Chinatown. Italians, they got Little Italy. Black people are the only ones taught to be individuals. No other race on the planet works as an individual. Only black people. This is why we're disunited. This is why we're on the bottom. God is saying, gather together, work together. We're going, no, I'm an individual.
You don't like that?
On the bottom.
I wanted to make sure like that it's understood that I'm not saying I'm for one pushing for individualism. I'm more so looking at the psychology of people. You know, Sigmund Freud, these things are things that they use to control masses of people, that people have their own desires. So my thing is more so, why not use those natural desires in your favor, knowing that people want to look a certain way? For example, Muhammad Ali did an interview and he was talking about Elijah Muhammad when he first started. Elijah was going around driving a very small car. He was a very humble man, but people weren't giving him the time of day. Ali used this example to reference on why he displayed his wealth. Another example was when 50 Cent did in an interview, he said that, you know, someone could be driving a Pinto and they'll drive up next to you and say, hey, brother, roll your window down. And you know what they'll do? They probably won't roll their window down. But if I pull up in that Ferrari, I say, roll your window down, you're going to roll your window down thinking that I have information that you don't have. So I'm saying strategically, I think that is better.
I've had a Mexican in a 1997 Chevy Silverado tell me to roll my window down. I rolled my window down because he was trying to tell me one of my tires was going flat. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying?
He basically trying to say that if people in the world move a certain way, shouldn't we appeal to them the way that they want? And the bishop gonna smash that, right? But I did want to just briefly touch on this. Carlos Wilson said, is Sirach 29:11 related to Matthew 6, right? And it is. It is. Sirach 29:11 says, lay up thy treasures according to the commandments of the Most High God, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold. If you look in my Bible, I actually have right here in the margin, I have Matthew 6 right there.
Show it again. Show it again, King. You want to screen?
Yeah, Con. Right there.
There you go. See? There you go.
So, hey, just to let y'all know. So, I want to make sure that, hey, look, you know, the scoffers will be in the chat, but we're going to keep dealing with the people that's really trying to be edified as well, all right? Rabbi David said, I just destroyed Sakari. I doubt that very seriously.
I was looking for a hat. Hey, bro. Yo. I was looking for a hat cap.
Yeah, in fact. He got the cap on. He got the biggest cap on, man.
Cap, like
Right.
that's a bro. That's cap.
Hey, by you saying that we a cult, that doesn't discourage anything because the word culture comes from the word cult.
There we go. I was
So
just about to say that.
I don't understand how that's a problem.
Hey, and Aaliyah Israel, that's right. Somebody give me Micah 2:10, man. Let's bring that out real fast.
Huh.
And then give me to let me back off what the bishop said. Let's get Baruch 3:8.
Khan, it's the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
This is not our rest, man. So we not out here to be that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you settle for less and you don't work to obtain anything, right? But just know that this is not the end all be all for us. This is the end all be all for Rabbi David, right? This is the end all be all for him. This is it. Enjoy life while you got it. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care, right? With that big hat. I'm going to talk about that hat for the rest of the night. Let's get that Baruch 3:8, man.
And it's the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God.
We are here for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments. This is what we're here for. Rabbi David, that's cool. Send us an email.
That's not happening to Rabbi David.
Right. It's not happening to him. Oh, he said you're not worthy. All right. It's over. You're not worthy, man. Hey, man, surely your fathers have inherited lies. Guys. Let's let this foolishness finish. We're gonna wrap it up.
That's to use the psychology of our current condition today in your favor to support. So I am saying to Bishop that I do think this is a great strategic move for you to consider, which is displaying wealth, showing me what I can obtain, what I've been already conditioned to, so you don't have to force it. Because
you know what he's actually doing? What he's actually saying, and this is why I agree with what Giannis said earlier. Now I really agree with what you said about he must be see, Dante, good wine is in the spirit. Because guess what? If we stray from what we are, if we stray from what our goal is now to do what he's saying to do, the word ain't going forth. Because do you know what we got to do for that to happen?
Right.
We have to switch our focus from teaching the word, right? And letting the ones who are going to hear, like the scriptures say, to go now get loads of wealth to show y'all, hey, yo, this is what I got. That's what drug dealers do. Drug dealers do that on the regular. You in the projects, right, with 500 square feet, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom houses, right? And guess what? The drug dealers have rims on their cars, systems booming down the street, Balenciaga shoes on. They showing the wealth, and everybody in the hood and the drug dealer. So if showing people, hey, this is what I got, this is what you can get, and this is going to gain attention so you could get this too. If that was the case, everybody in the hood would be a drug dealer.
Right.
Some people choose to do, and some people choose not to. So just because we had that does not, but a lot of times, especially where we at, you pull up like that, a lot of times people look at you like you lame because you're trying to show off. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a good idea, my guy. That's not a good idea.
Hey, yo, Salakia, we're not gonna address the scoffers no further after this, but I do want to say this, Tyrone, if you are a so-called Israelite person and you see Rabbi David in the comments and he talking about calling people pookies and damn all kind of crazy stuff, right? That should make you mad.
Stupid.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So like, this how you know that a scoffer is a demon and he will team up with another racist demon just to be against you.
Legion.
We gonna we about to y'all cut off. We cutting y'all off from there.
Right. Psalms 83 in y'all. We cutting y'all off from being a scoffer.
Knowledge.
That's right.
Like people listen to wealthy people just because they got money. And that's all I'm just trying to say. Like use it as a strategy versus working against the system. Have the system work for you.
When you read John 8:32, the Black Messiah Christ said, "You shall know the truth, and
the what Messiah? The Black Messiah.
The truth shall make you free." We've not known the truth at all here in society. Many of us are convoluted with a white Jesus. We believe the Jews are white. We believe everything holy is white. And when we come with the truth that Christ is our people, our king, and that we must keep the commandments, that gets rejected. Then we start to push up Islam, and we push Christianity. We're still falling in the same trick bag every few generations, and we're doing it again. As Israelites, we're not going back no more. We're not going to push rags to riches. We're going to push God's commandments. We're the Israelites. We must keep it. That's it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, John, for joining us as well.
Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. Clap it up for the bishop doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High, man. All praises. Tyrone called us slow, but the rabbi called him a good old boy, and he didn't even respond. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, man. You are an idiot. All right. Hey, man, if you want to congregate with SOT, all right, for the Feast of Dedication, send us an email to sonsofthunderisraelites@gmail.com. If you want to congregate with SOT North Carolina, send us an email to sonsofthunderisraelitesnc@gmail.com. Tyrone, if you don't deal with camp doctrine, why are you here? Because you don't have a following of your own, and you're hoping that somebody out of these 170 people are going to follow you to your channel with one subscriber, and that subscriber is Rabbi David. All right? Now, hey, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the class. Y'all are idiots, bro. I swear. I hope you guys enjoyed the class, man. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to our various channels, Sons of Thunder Israelites North Carolina, Sons of Thunder Israelites Alabama, as well as Sons of Thunder Israelites San Francisco. Be looking for a groundbreaking soon. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to be in a city near you, man.
Hey, that's right. And Esau, we never liked you.
We never liked you, man. You can't
Shalom.
get away. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.